Hey Cindy, I'm trying to figure out the resolution here. It says I should have 1280 by 720, and I'm pumping 960 600. That's damn peculiar. Well, I don't care. I'm going to go with it. Alrighty. I'm supposed to have this. RB area made this. That was strange. Let's try that again. Yeah, that's a correct speed. Huh. Alright. Got some buffalo nickels in. Just a god-awful pile of them. I've already gone through them. Look for, stuff. And I got to sort it out in a couple of piles here. I got 30s and 20s. Yeah, these are supposed to be unsearched. No, they're frickin' searched, dude. They're 80 years old. They've been searched 200 times, right? Anytime you see something for sale that says unsearched, don't believe it. Really, they're used car salesmen. All right, but I'm gonna go through these and sort them further, cause I want to get the best of each one. I don't really have a set of buffaloes. Oh, there's a whole damn herd of them here, I tell you. I don't have a set of buffaloes. Really. I'm a penny. I'm a copper guy. But I thought I'd get in a, well, here they are. They look nice. People kind of like them. So I thought I'd just grab some up, see what's out there. That's in the wrong pile. It should be in the 30s. And see, how do you come up with the best of each? Okay, these are, what are these? These should be 20s. Okay, that's 20s. Okay. I'm going to break this up in a few. I got 20, 21, there. And we kind of got that figured out, right? Just strip of paper and I can set them up and figure out where the hell they go. I need a place for this mouse. Alright, I need a bigger desk. I need to clear off this pile is what I need to do. Hey, if you want a preview of what's for sale, that's a preview of what's coming up for sale. That's the best I can do for you. Because nobody knows what it's going to be. It's anything can happen today. Okay, we're going to go through this. We're going to set these up and sort these beasties out. Let me move this down a little bit. There you go. I got some coal. Okay, that's actually above by like 3 inches. Okay, and we sort these out and get them where the hell they're supposed to be. Then we'll pick the best of each date. How about that? This won't take long at all. Okay, what do you think? 26 or 28? That's a 6, which should be. What the hell was that one? 9. This really doesn't work. Let's get this better. Start over. Alright, what's the thickness on those things? About like that. Okay, 20. 21. There, it's not all jammed over on one side now. Okay, now we can do it. Start over. Redo. Do over. Yeah, that's a 26. There's a 6. See, if it had a little notch on the left side between the two dots, that'd be a 28. That's a 6. All right. Where are you here? That's a 6. We're good. A lot of 6s in here. Now, this is the part where you knock them all over after sorting them out. That's a 9. There we go. But we thought I'm still doing a team talking thing. I thought I'd show you how I do some things when I get into something new and different that I haven't really messed with before, and different ways of whittling it down and winnowing out what you want from the grand mess. A lot of these coins, they come in bags, boxes, sacks, just a jumble. It's chaos is what it is. And you gotta make sense of it all, kind of get them organized. And what you're doing is distilling from the mass down into something something more understandable, easier to negotiate, easier to navigate. That's 26, 29. There's a few mint marks. I actually got a couple of RPMs out of this batch, which is kind of neat. I got one, I'm not sure what it is, so I'll just set that aside. What the hell is that? That's a 28. You see the little notch on the left side? That goes right in there. There we go. Well, there's some simple tools you can use to help you. A piece of paper, a pencil, and look, it's a freaking number line. Remember that? Oh, there's a 23. Yeah, but here you can, you got a way to order them. If this is what it takes, a simple tool like that to make your life easy and get it going, straighten it out, bring order to this chaos. 24. And by God, put it together. There you go. Now I got a card up here with coins on it. The cards are pretty handy because you can move, the whole batch all at once if you're not clumsy. Me, I have a hard time. I got a whole pile of buffaloes over here beside the desk over there in the pit of despair. That's a 25. Oh, look, we got one. Good, we got most years, and there's a few mint marks in here. I don't think there are any 21s or 2s. 28. Lost that one. But I can't see these coins anymore, so I use a scope. These, when I was little, I could tell you if there was a mint mark on it, what the mint mark was. Yeah, I miss those days. I really shouldn't be driving. Yeah, I employ the gas to the floor, brake to the floor method. It does the job for me. It really does. As long as everybody, hey, it's easy. Just stay off my road, right? It's my road. That's a 26 with a big. That looks like a Henning. Did you get that one? I was talking with this one girl about a buffalo, and she says, "Well, maybe it's a Henning buffalo nickel." You can't take two terms from, different areas from numismatics and combine them and come up with a new thing. It doesn't work that way. No, there's no such thing as a Henning buffalo nickel. Maybe it's a Henning. You mean like counterfeit? All right, well, some people don't really know. They know just enough to get them into trouble, is what they know. Well, you can't really fault them for that, but we can certainly pick on them and make fun of them. That's fully allowed. Like a Civil War nickel. Is that a Civil War nickel? A Silver War nickel. They get these silver buffalo nickels? It's one of those silver buffalo war nickels. Huh? 23. You mean like World War I? No. There were only a couple of teams in this batch. Like I say, just because it says it's been unsearched, no. It means it's been searched very thoroughly with excruciating pickiness. That's what unsearched really means. Unsearched means picked clean. Really? You think you're unsearched? Well, it says unsearched. Yeah, low miles. Driven by a little old lady on Sundays. You're buying a bill of goods, and these guys are going to do whatever they can to get you to buy their bill of goods. That's not what they say it is. If you can't tell what it is by looking for yourself, you got no business buying these coins, right? Seriously. You're going to spend your money on something, be picky. Know what you're buying. You get these rolls, right? You got here's a perfect example, right? It says it's got a mercury dime on one end, right? And on the other end, it's got an Indian penny. And the guy says it's an unsearched roll of wheats. Well, if it's got an Indian on one side and a mercury diamond on the other, how do you know it's wheats? Right? If it's unsearched. No, these are assembled. There's little tools you can get to roll them up in those. Crimp them up. And they assemble these rolls. And they, you know, they bullshit it. It's, you know, it's an estate, unsearched wheat penny roll with an Indian and a mercury diamond on ends. Yeah. It's only $6.95. Okay, they give you a mercury diamond. It's going to be culled. It's worth about $1.50, you know, wet. And you get a, where's 23? There's 23. This is green. It goes in the cull bucket. Alright, 29. On the other end you get an Indian penny, and it's a, you know, one side looks pretty good, and the other side's got a big scratch, so they put the good side facing out. And so look, $6.95. Everything else in between is, you know, like 1956D. You know, well circulated. And they get $6.95 for this bullshit. Alright, yeah, there are people who will make all sorts of claims about how grand their coins are. And, you know, you could find 1909 VDB in here. Yeah, monkeys could fly up my ass. Really. And they do this so they can move product and make an extra buck. I saw one on eBay. They're selling a, the hell was it? A 1979 quarter or some damn thing, right? 1 cent. Starting bid, 1 cent. $19.95 shipping. Huh? $19.95 shipping. You know? Yeah, you get the quarter for a penny. You really do. He will sell you that quarter for a penny. He's going to make his money on the shipping charge. Now, that thing better be freaking airmail. That better be drone delivered to my front porch. For $19.95 shipping for a quarter. Alright. Yeah, that's right. These are probably in the right piles over here. That's 6. All I can do is hope. 29. Okay, there. Now, we got them all in a row. We got no 21s, no 22s, couple of 23s. Wow, that's a few 23s. Okay, now we look. Now we got one date. One single date in my hand. And I want to get the best, you know, the best from each date. Well, here I only got to look at 5 different pennies, or 5 different nickels. Okay, let's look for mint marks first. Put them all right up here. Okay, they're all upside down. I did good there. All right, I'll just put them all in the same direction. There. Now we got to find the best darn buffalo out of all these. Okay, I can go to the scope and make that bigger. There it is. Give me some focus, please. Okay, what do you got? No horn. What's up here? My finger is the top. Okay, there we go. I can find it where I am. Okay, no mint mark there. That one's pretty worn in. No horn, no mint mark. What you got? Pretty worn, no horn, no mint mark. What you got here? No horn, no mint mark. Okay, that one's got a little scratch. Take that one out. Okay. I'll flip them all over. So they're all 23p. I want to get the best one. And I'm going to look. I'm going to judge it just on date. These are all, you know, about good or good. That's got a readable date. That one kind of does. That one barely does. This one looks the best to me. How's the rest of it look? About what you'd expect. Yeah, okay. I'm going to keep that one. So there's 4 23s. Where the hell are the flips? There's one. I just pulled some out, I swear it. Like this many. Where did they go? No, I just pulled. a stack of them out. Drug them. Gone. They're gone. Huh, that is impressive. Alright. Well, I got one right here. Okay, that's a 1923. And it's in good. And that's it. That's as good as that gets. Floor vent item. It could be. Dude, I swear to Christ I held them out. I stick them in a box and stuff moves around here sometimes. What are these? Oh, there they are. There, I stuck them in that box. Ta-da! So those are flips, and I got shit in the front here. There's a walker. There's a penny. Here's that freaking 38D over S. Yeah, everything's in that box. Alright, then we'll go back over to here. There's home. I'll move the scope out of the way. Try to move that. What's in here? I'll move that. And we'll pull this up here. Okay. Move the mouse. Pull up this. This is the simple unfinished collections starter book here. I think that's the right page up. There's my buffalo. This is my actual buffalo collection. I got 4, 3, 4, 5, 20, 1, 2, 3, 17. Okay, need 23. What's this? I have a fucking 23. Okay. This one's not as good as what I have. No problem. I'll just do something else with it. Alright, there. It's in a flip. I'll just stick it in one of these boxes and call it good. Alright. So there, I got 23s. What's next? 20. Need the scope again. Oh, that's good. Okay, here, you can look at that. And let's put these 20s in some kind of decent order here. These are all my 20s. Alright, I want to get the best one, so let's have a look. I want to get a full date. Now it's kind of scratched. We'll skip that one. How about that one? Okay, mostly full date. Looks pretty good. And I got a scratch on his head. So you didn't realize this camera magnifies all these issues. So really, you'd be hard pressed to see that one in real life. Buffalo nickels are fraught with injury. These poor devils. Okay, but I got a good rim. I'd like to see that. But let's skip that one though. How about this one? How you look? Yeah, partial date. Skip him. How about that one? That one's better. I'd like to see more complete letters. I need a little bit of horn. I don't think I have any mint marks on these 20s. That looks okay. Let's put him as a contender. What you got here? I don't like that bit on the rim. Date's good. Got some braids. Now, let's set him aside. How about that one? Nah. It's okay. I don't like that little bit there, and the date's kind of weak. You go through and you pick the best dates you can out of each one. That's a little weak. Well, that's a better example. That's kind of soft up there in Liberty. Looks like he's got a helmet on. These things get wore out so darn heavily. This one looks okay. I don't like those marks up by Liberty. Set that aside. I got a few more to work with here. What's that one? Kind of granular on this one. Remember, get woodies on nickels just as well as you do on pennies, because they're 70% copper, 30% nickel. So there's an alloy. What you got here? That looks alright. put that with that first contender. So pick the one that's better. 20, a little weak on the date. Skip it. And we'll skip that one. Okay, I got two contenders. Which one you think has the better date? A or B? A. I'm going to go with B having the better date. Up with the braids. Okay, this one's definitely in better shape than the first one. There. Okay, so I got the best 1920 out of this batch. Let's see if I got a 1920. 16, 18, 20. Here's my 20. The 20 I got looks pretty good. Alright, I get that marked as very good. Well, that's no problem. For all that trouble, that's what we got. Okay. There's the 20s. We did the 23. Here's the 24s. It's going to be easy. I got two of them. Whoa, that's no good. Now that kind of mark really kills it. That's going to go into culls over here. And I got this one. Well, hell, that's not too bad, really. Yeah, we can see the whole darn thing. I can deal with that one. No mint mark, which is a darn shame. Just a touch of horn. Pretty good rib. Well, that's a decent good. 1924. Have we got one? 23. I don't have a 24. I just added to my freaking collection. Okay, I need a piece of that. Stick that in here. And a piece of paper. 1924. What's the grade on that, would you say, really? Is it as good as very good? I'm going to call it good. It just doesn't thrill me. But it's better than what I had before, which was nothing. There, we got one. I want to improve this. I can always just take that nickel out and put a different one in. So I keep my holder. Okay, what's that? 20. That's in the wrong spot. It goes up here. I like the pages because you can, you can always add another page if you get full. Compress everything into one page. There. Now I got 18 buffaloes in my collection. Although this really is kind of my collection up here. What's the next one? 25. We got 3 25s. Pretty soft on the dates on these. That looks better. Yeah, that's pretty darn weak. All right, what you got here? But you do this with any coins. Pick out the best, and to hell with the rest. So if I get my money back for all the other ones, well, hey, I've improved my collection. The hobby will take care of itself. I think the one at the bottom looks best. Okay, where are you? Don't like that one at all. Well, it's got a solid rim at least. Yeah, this is the better one of the three. There, I got a 25, and it's in good. And I don't have a 25 over here. Well, hell yeah. I'm going to need another damn page in there. Okay. And you don't have to have it perfect, you know, when you're just putting together that first collection of stuff. Some people want to have it, you know, in the flips, have them all face up, put the labels printed on the flip, you know, get the staples in at just the right angles and stuff. Look, just get your collection gathered. That's one handy advantage of the plastic, is you can take the darn thing out and redo them, so you can have like a temporary sort of thing. But there, 1925 in good. And I'm going to need to add a page. Where the hell's my pages? There. And rather than pull that notebook out every time, I'm just going to stick it in here for now. There. What's next? The 26. I got a bunch of these. Let's see what we got. Pretty solid date. Pretty decent shape. A little bit of horn. Okay, that's the best so far. Now, is this one better or worse? This one is not as strong. That one looks pretty good. One looks, now, is that a 26 or 28? That's a 26. You got to look. Where the hell is it? Right in there. Right, I'm going to give you a 28 to look at. There you go. That's probably the worst 28 I could show you. What's this one? There, perfect. Okay. On the 6 on the bottom, you see the side of the 6 is kind of straight. On the 8, you get a little notch because it's a circle on top of the circle. I got $5 off on one. They have a coin black book. What'd you get? With the flips being used in a page folder like that, you can cut the flip in half and get 2 pieces. You can. I've seen that. Lots of people do that. They just, you know, cut them up. It's, dude, they're up. It's up to you. I like to have the whole piece of paper in there. It's handy for me, but whatever you want to do. Okay, and here you got to be able to identify the 8 versus the 6. Okay, that's the 8. Oh, I didn't check for freaking mint marks on these things. We could find some S's. Oh, that's a 28S. Damn it. Okay, we got to go through these again. 26 looks pretty good. No S. What's this one? 26, not as strong. Not a contender. Hey, Ken Beebe, my book should be in tomorrow. Outstanding. I got a coin here somewhere to ask you about. That one looks okay. Pretty full date. Good braid. Crisp letter. Tail's almost separate. I got half a horn. Well, Jesus, that's downright fine on that one. What's this one? No mint mark. Lesser. How about that one? A little lesser. I think I got my winner for today. That's a 26. I don't look a square bottom on that 6. Just a little squished in that particular spot. All right. Cheapskate says, Ken, have you heard? Oh, Jesus. Dude, I forgot. I see the name, then I remember. Usually I hit myself in the head just before I remember something. I'll get that to you. It's on my notes, I'm sure of it. Have you heard of my new Wayfair tax on the way that will tax the new Wayfair tax and the way they will tax any online sold item that is shipped across a state line? Dude, if they can tax it, they will, right? The idea was they're going to tax it and use that tax money for whatever the hell that thing you're taxing is. They get a road tax. They take the money, they spend it on the roads. Now they just need any money they can to promote whatever the hell pork project is out there. And I'm sure there is a tax in the works for whatever the hell is being online. They are so eager to tax the internet. They're already getting a telecommunication tax, but that's not enough. They want to tax what you're doing. Stop it! Look, we're the government. You, me, us. I think I pay enough in taxes. How about you? Do you think you should pay more or less taxes? Write your congressman and let's stop this taxes. Taxes have to stop. Really. If you're so eager to give money to somebody else, you give it to them out of your pocket, but don't take it out of my pocket. No. We're spending too darn much money. Every year we're deeper in debt than we were before. The federal, the state governments, all of them. And they're going to take every penny they can get in taxes, every penny they can borrow, and they're going to spend every bit of it. Is that how you run your house? Dude, you make $1,000 in a week. How much do you spend in a week? $2,000? Hey, I can go to the bank over here and borrow more money. I can spend all I make and all I can borrow. And then the next week, you get interest too. No, it's got to stop. Okay, I got two pretty good ones here. That one's got half a horn. Now it's a little lesser. How many times does the government tax the average car during its life, do you think? Jesus, you sell a car enough times, the government's going to make more in tax revenue on sales tax than the car's worth. Tax bullion in my state, shipped from another state. Yeah, sorry Ken, but then penis had to go. Oh, there's a guy named Penis. Yeah, you could probably sail him up the river. Is it up or down? I don't really know. Taxes are getting out of hand. They want to tax the value added, right? You buy some flour, you make a loaf of bread, and then they're going to tax you on the value of that loaf of bread. Instead of being, 10 cents worth of flour, they want you to, pay taxes on the $2 loaf of bread. So you've added $1.90 in value. Problem is, they want to tax you on that whether or not you sold it. Therein lies the problem. Now it's more paperwork to prove that you didn't sell the thing that they already, charge you taxes. Enough with the taxes. Jesus. You work all your life, you you pay taxes the whole damn time. When you die, the government gets half. That's bullshit. Enough with the taxes. Geez, if we didn't pay so much in taxes, the economy would be a whole lot bigger. There, I don't have a 26. I got a 26D over here. Okay, so now I got a decent 26. What did we decide? That was fine anyway. Yeah, I got half a horn. I got best parts of the braids and a full date. $19.26. A nice F for you. If we allow our representatives to simply tax us without end and without mercy, well, at what point do we have none? Because they will take it all. They're going to find out you got money and they're just going to take it. I've paid into taxes before. You like that one? You work all year, and at the end of the year, you don't get a refund. You got to pay in $10,000. I've been there. So, have you paid in $10,000 in taxes? I've paid more in taxes than a lot of people make. Enough already, can't you? That one looks real good for 27. I'm going to check for mint marks. That's my best so far. Much of a horn, 2/3. That's a little weaker. Ooh, good full date. Decent shape so far. Well, that's just about identical to that first one. 27. Little less horn on that one. Put them over this side. Nah, a little weaker date. Pick out the best one. Geez, you work all your life. You pay taxes on the income. 9 sure does look fat. You buy a house using the money you got after taxes, right? And when you sell your house, of course, you're going to pay capital gains for selling, making money in the house. But if you don't reinvest in another house within a year, they want to tax all the money you got for the sale of. No, you're taxing my money that I'm after taxes. Stop. Taxes have gotten out of control. They really have. 2 things in this world are not taxed. 2, one and another one. One is the air you breathe, right? You get to breathe and you don't have to pay taxes on that. The second one is sex. And in some places they will tax it. Nevada, they get sales tax because, it's legal there. Yeah. Now, if they could tax your air, I guarantee they would. Oh, it's Valentine's Day. Whoops. I got the wrong damn shirt on. Damn it. Okay. Everything else is tax. At some point there's a hidden or embedded tax. If it has to be transported, it's taxed. Guaranteed. Fuel tax, road tax, all of it. Right. And if there's any energy embodied in that item, yeah, there's an energy tax. And pretty much okay, this one's better. I'm keeping that one, and that's fine, and then some. What is it? Mostly separate. That's good and crisp. Look at the tail. I'm going to call that fine. 1927. Well, if you're going to tax my internet sales, what are you going to apply that tax to? Because you're just going to spend it. It's not going to go on this federal deficit, which is getting out of control. Do I have a 27? I have no 1927. Look, I've expanded my collection again. Okay. We've got this thing going on. We're supposed to collect sales taxes on internet sales to other states, right? Well, you already have this thing called the use tax in place. Here's how this works. If you live in California and you buy something from New York, well, you don't pay a New York sales tax because it's mail order, but you're required to pay a California sales tax. It's called a use tax, and you have to file that and be honest the whole bit. But people aren't paying their use taxes. You mean if people have to file these little things, they don't? Yeah, that's what that means. So we, as a seller, they want us to collect those sales taxes and remit them to the various states. I'm not collecting sales taxes for 49 other states. No, I ain't doing it. Come and get me. Come and shut me down. Come and take my shit and shut me down, because that's what you're going to have to do. All right. Well, coins is a neat thing. What's going on above the date there? They're small. They can be carried from one place to the other real easy. That's just a little mark. But best of all, you can leave them to your kids. And if your kids know what's going on, that estate tax, no, you're circumventing that, because they know where it is. They can come and get it. The tax man ain't coming into the house to take inventory. The lawyer might. But now I can transfer the wealth in this coin to my kids by saying, here you go. And they effectively have inherited, or you've given them value without paying an inheritance tax, without paying a gift tax. If you give somebody over $10,000 or more, yeah, the government wants to tax that as revenue. Wait a minute. I mean, if I make some money and pay taxes on the money, I got $10,000 left, and I give it to my sister, this money that's already been taxed would get taxed again. How do we stop paying taxes on everything? That's what I want to know. I bought this house. It's paid for. That's beautiful. I love that part. I got, I got no mortgage because it's paid for. But if I don't pay my property taxes, they can take it away from me. No fooling. When is the house mine? Every dollar in this nation has probably been taxed for over 100. Oh, I'm sure of it. Did a hair? No, that's a coal. If you tax people enough, sooner or later they reach a boiling point, and they will accept no further taxation. And we're getting there, babies. We really are. There's this talk that, oh, the new Democrat, you know, the nut girl, she's smoking hot. Dude, this chick is like 29 years old. She's smoking hot. She's got it going on. I love her. Oh, she wants to bring out this, what the hell is it, a 90% tax on the rich. Well, first off, rich is anybody who makes more than you. Let's make sure we get that understood. So if you just keep taking enough people's money, then nobody's rich. Okay, we got a mint mark on that one. That's my leading P. I didn't check these yet. Alright, so you just say, we'll just tax the rich. Well, once you take all their money, you got to tax the next level down. It's a race to the bottom. Yeah, all you're doing is just getting 100 people to blame one person for their trouble and taking everything they got. And when you squeeze that orange dry, well, then you go up to the next 10. Okay, that's one. And I got my winner over here. Alright. New York and California have the highest taxes and highest state taxes in the land. And all those businesses are leaving New York and California. They're not creating more jobs. They're taking those jobs away. Those jobs are leaving those states. Okay, there's a 28. And dude, it's very fine. How good. Give me a card. Do I have a 28? No. I don't have a 28. So increased taxes is the same as saying, let's get rid of some of these jobs, because if you tax businesses too much, they shut down. Proven. Repeatedly proven. You want to boost jobs? Cut taxes. That has also been proven. Okay, now I got 3 here with mint marks. Let's get over here and have a look. There's an S. And a very, very worn out S and a D. Okay, what do we got here? 28 what? I got a D and an S. Okay, the D is in fine. And this is not. Good date. Okay. And we got an S and an S. Okay, this one, look at how shiny that is. That's been polished. So that goes in the coal bucket. 28S. And the one I got is in fine. So I'm going to stick with the one I've got. There we go. Boom. Okay, now what I've also done, you can't see that, broken that down so I got 28, 28D, 28S. Now I got the 29s. 29s are a popular year. I've often said if the government wants more tax money to spend, then get every American up to middle class. You're darn right. The rising tide raises all the boats. More income tax, more money, and dude, you don't have to put out so much money in, benefits to bums and stuff, and like we're helping the homeless. Now, More income tax, more money. It's about power, not about wealth. Are we talking about politics this whole show? Stop raising taxes. That's the biggest problem. Got some good lambs going on here. Where's that stick? Right in here. Too many damn programs. 100 years ago they didn't have an income tax. They got by just fine. They had schools, they had military, we had fire departments, post office, all of it. No goddamn income tax. Yep. More lambs here. That's an S. How about we abolish the income tax? I could get behind that. You want to screw up the people in power? Take away their power. They have the power because we give it to them with our tax money. And they will just help themselves. If you give them the ability to tax, they will tax until there's nothing left to tax. They will reach their hand into your pocket and take all of it. What are they doing? They're doing exactly that. That one's out of here. They've been doing it. I think it's time they stop doing it. Stop it. There you go. That's a D. A P. We don't know what that is. That's a D. There you go. What do I got for 29s? I got a 29 D and S over here, so I'll need a P. Oh, that's a sharp S. Plain. Blade. Well, they got these coin shows. You can take these coins down to that coin show, and they got no record a lot of times of how much you sold that coin show. If you need a black market economy, you're looking at it. Well, at some point they're going to catch up with you, but it's up to them to prove how much you owe. And yeah, they can come up with estimates and require you to pay that. Don't stick it up their ass too much. The IRS is still funding World War II, probably. Let's get rid of the estate. Estate tax needs to go, right? Guy worked hard, fed his family, left behind a couple of $1,000,000, and the government takes half of everything over $1 million. Really? Half? Half. Let them have 10%. You want an income tax? Take 10%. You want more than 10%? Fight me. Come on. Come on. You know, you want a fair tax? Geez, this guy did better, so, you know, he worked really hard, put his nose to the grindstone, made good money, so we'll punish him by taxing him at, you know, a higher rate. Well, screw that. That guy over there pays 10%, I should pay 10%. Now there's an incentive for reform. What if we all had the same darn tax rate? Yeah. They'd be saying you don't pay your fair share in taxes, and I pay more taxes than somebody else. I don't pay my fair share. One year I paid over $50,000 in taxes. That one looks pretty good, but I didn't like that scratch on the braid. Yeah, you pull out your paycheck and write that check. What is that there? Yep, call it. Yeah, I've got a, you know, I love it when they take over, when the withholdings from your paycheck is over $1,000. Well, you know, you're making good money. You're going to be paying some heavy withholdings. I've had that. You know, week after week after week. You know, how much, here's how much you made and here's how much you got, and there's $1,000 difference. You're gonna tell me I don't pay my fair share? Hey Ken, are they coins? These are coins. They've got a bunch of buffaloes here. And I'm going through, and we're picking the best out of each date and mint mark to add to my collection. Because I need a decent 1929 right now, and I think this one looks real good. Let's look at the backs. That's a half a horn. That's in fine. That one doesn't make it. Okay, there's 29. Oh, I got this too big. Okay, there's a 1929, which I don't have. Ring damage, that may be. I don't know where it went. It's somewhere. This is the cull stack over here. There's not a whole lot there. Yep. 1929. That's fine. Once pulled an XF plus 27 out of the full dates bucket. Very nice. That's a 29. Stick it in here. Okay, what's next? The D's. Now I got a fine, I think, right now. There's my D. And it's a fine. It's going to be better than this one. Okay, good clear date, some braid. Half a horn. How we look? No. Maybe. And no. Let's go back to that maybe. Okay, we'll skip that one. It's got scratches. Okay. 29. There's the D's. That stays here. $29S with no damn grade. Oh, Christ, stop doing that, Ken. You like ice cream? Blueberry. Alright, that's the best one I got so far. Now beat it. The date's better. Horn ain't too bad. Ooh. That's my new top. Got a little ding there. I can live with that one. Sorry guys, you both go. Small date zinc 82S. Okay, here's a question. Here's a trivia question. The 82 proof, is it a large date or small date? Or is it both? A little light. It is a large, that's correct. 82S. Not much left of that. That's pretty wore out. Yep, you get large and small date everything else. But the S proof 1982 is large date copper every time. It's also copper, says Ann. That's right. And some of these are acceptable. They got dings on them. Yeah, a little under that one. Yeah, I was right first. Alright, there's my best 29S. Yeah, I don't like that. That's kind of minor. Letters are crisp. It's getting close to running together over here. I do VF 1929S VF. There you go. Okay, now I got these. I'm gonna leave these in order over here right now. Do the 30s the same darn way. And we'll go back to these, and I'll put up some batches of, 10 different or 20 different or something. There they are. Of course, I got to go through and make sure these don't have mint marks again. All right. I need a piece of paper. Okay, 30. I got no 31s, 32, 33s. Is that right? Okay, here's the screen. Right, we got to go to the checklist. Got to see the screen. Buffalo nickels. 30, 31. Okay, 31S. And I know there's no 31S's in here. So then I got 34. 34. There you go. What intrigues me, can you see this screen? Hello? There. Let's see if we got this set up. Yeah, there it is. If you look at the Buffalo nickels, you've got a surviving population in this column here, and put this together. God love him. He put a lot of work into this. But watch this. I mean, you got millions, tens of millions produced. In some cases, in the 36, 118 million produced. But you're talking 25,000 surviving specimens? Well, I think there may be plenty of play in these numbers. 150,000 on 38D. I think there's some play in these, but still you're looking at, 15, 20, 12, 14, 20. Not a whole lot of surviving specimens. Early years, 5, 4,500, 5,500. These are almost like Indian cents. Not a whole lot. Barely, a tenth of a percent is what you're looking at on some of these. Where's them early one? Oh, 12,000 on 1914. Where's that 21S? 8,500. 31S. Reconnection successful. I don't know why it disconnected. Okay, we can see this again. On the 1909 SVD, you get BDB, you get 68,000 surviving specimens, and they go for $500-600, and for shitbaggers. And here you got 29S with 4,500 surviving specimens, less than 10% as many on the SVDB, and they're still, you can get them for $1 or $2. Come on, what's going on? We don't have that many collectors of buffaloes, is why. It's supply and demand. Well, Jesus, get those things while you can, by God. Let me get back over to chat there and see what you guys are doing. There. Poor Paula is never living that down. What's that, buffalo turds? I like to think the real number is closer to 10% total and significantly less in numerically graded quantity. Probably, I think those numbers are kind of low. If you look at wheats for the same dates, there's a lot more surviving specimens. Of course, you have a lot more collectors as well. And nickels, God, back in the 30s, everything was a nickel. So they were a key piece of change at the time. I like putting my coins in the dishwasher. Oh, PCGS blue boxes are dishwasher safe. I don't use a heat cycle, but you get a few drier spots, but they buff right out. Okay, back to the buffaloes. Those surviving numbers are probably, I don't know how accurate those are. I don't have a whole lot of faith in these They seem small to me. I'm sure it's pretty close on some of these. You know, some of them early mint marks are really tough. 17 DNS, they get to be kind of pricey. Uh, and a lot of these coins are in much lower grade than you'd expect. Sure, you got some survivors, but the higher grades, they're few and far between. Of course, they do draw a pretty sizable premium. You can put together a complete set of buffaloes for a pretty reasonable price. And judging by the surviving rates shown here, there shouldn't be that many complete sets, but people have them. Well, no matter. Put one together. I think Blues is pretty close on his. I figure I better get me a set. He's got one. Let me go find Chad again. There's Chad. Here's this. I send my coins to Crispies. He can clean coins a crispy way. Really, you want to get them things clean, you get yourself a wire brush and just work it, man. It'll leave a couple scratches, but you can put them in a tumbler, right, like a rock tumbler, and they get takes them right up. They clean nice. Okay, we're gonna set these into the years, right? Okay, we're gonna have a lot of 36s and 7s. I'm sure of it. There's a 6. There's a 6. 30. 37. 34. 6. Let me scratch myself real quick. There we go. Okay. 36. Where's your coffee cup I bought you? I put the lid on, right, and I kept a lid on it. It's in the kitchen. And, well, having that lid constantly on the coffee, and I set it here, and it, you know, gets the room temperature pretty quick. But it holds in the humidity. And one day I went to get, you know, fill it back up with coffee, and I look at the bottom, and it's just fuzz. That kind of grossed me out, so I keep it in the kitchen for now. It's working for me that way. 36. 36. I did notice a whole bunch of 36s in this batch. Oh, but they're unsearched. Right. Well, the dates are good. I get a lot of decent grade. But not as many mint marks I'd like to see. That last batch of buffaloes I got, dude, that was fucking wonderful. Somebody cashed in a whole goddamn set on that. 36. 30, pretty decent one. 36. Who's Hidden? Hidden says, can you go live? Can you go live? No. But please? No. Pretty please? No. Well, here I am. What the hell? 37. Here we go. 34. See? Nice, sharp, crisp, clean date. Yeah, lots of 36s. Too many, I think. But we'll split that up with some mint marks, too. Okay, what do you got here? 35s. Lots and lots of them. 36. Man, I see a lot of 36 buffaloes being in the big show for the next 6 months. Most minted in 36. Blue says, Ken is doing his things with the coins, passing on info, and we in chat learn and have fun. A win-win. There you go. I try to pay attention to chat, but just I get to going over here. Hey, Rafe, how are you? We're looking at these things, having a look. because I like to do different stuff, right? A lot of people go through rolls of $50 or rolls of pennies. I got no problem with that. I've gone through rolls of pennies. You get people, they do a show where they just looking at wheat pennies. Okay, I've done that. I've done Canadian pennies. Every now and then I do something different. Let's mix it up a little, add something else in. So here we got, I don't know, this is about 10 bucks worth of buffalo nickels we're looking at right now. That's in the wrong damn pile. It's a 29, it's in fine. Okay, put that in this, there you go. So Jesus, do you have a bunch of buffaloes? 36. It's not a bad set to collect, really. They're affordable for the most part. You'll get them, they're going to be worn. I mean, if you want to go, you know, nothing but top grade, I got no problem with that. How many buffaloes is that? Well, if they're 5 cents each, that'd be a couple of hundred thereabouts. Does your calculator work? But what it comes down to is, if you're going to get into, oh, thank you, Hidden. Thank you very much. I suppose I'll answer your questions after all. If you're going to get into a series, you've got to be able to identify dates, mint marks, the quality of grade. You got to be able to do that for yourself. Because if you can't, what are you buying? Honestly, if you don't know what the hell you're buying, I think I'll go buy a. I want to collect cars, so I'll go down to the car place and. Do you have any cars? Oh yes, we got some beauties. Look at this one, driven by a little old lady only on Sundays. Oh, I'll take it. Huh? What are you buying? If you don't know what the hell it is, don't buy it. You are throwing your money away. Used cars, houses, coins, all the same thing. What are you doing spending money on something if you can't identify what the hell it is you're buying for yourself? Because if you rely on somebody else to tell you what kind of coin that is, you're going to get fucked. I'm just saying it like it is. You're going to take it up the ass. And then all that hard-earned money you pay taxes on is going to go to somebody else. Your kids ain't going to get it. But if you put in some effort, some time, and learn how to grade these things, right? Learn to identify which ones are more valuable and why they're more valuable, so you can be a picky buyer. You're going to take that limited budget you have, and you're going to be stretching it out a whole lot further. You're going to have a better collection for less money, less hassle, and at the end of the day, you'll have something worth looking at. Let me tell you. Jamaica almond fudge ice cream. I got that red, white, and brown. I got that Neapolitan stuff. It gets me home when I gotta have ice cream. So by switching it up, instead of just doing wheats every single show, by switching it up, we get a little exposure to a different series. There we go. Now, there's nothing wrong with going out there and just getting a bunch of these things. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, you got to start somewhere, and why spend the big money right up front when you can, spend a few bucks to learn? These low-value beasties, yeah, they're inexpensive, and it's kind of nice to have a whole bunch of buffaloes. But as you learn more, as you get into the hobby, you're going to realize if you just be a little picky, you got two coins in front of you, same damn price, same coin, same date, same mint mark. You look at both of them real hard, and you'll come up with one of them. is going to be better than the other one. Right? I didn't even look at the date on that. 35. 36. 37. And it's when you start being picky, that's when your collection starts taking off. Back up, Professor. You just bypassed a New Orleans buffalo. Missed it. We are moving forward here. 37. I didn't even check to make sure these all had Fs. It may be that some of these, that's a pretty decent looking 30. What's this one? Okay, until you, okay, he's got a little mark on his head there. Fine. Alrighty. Keep on going. I mean, if you guys are watching these, I see a lot of regular names here. Believe me, I know what an F is. I'm not a smart man, but I know what an F is. You guys keep coming to the show and watching. I see a lot of familiar names. So hopefully you're picking it up. You're picking up a lot. You're getting knowledgeable. You're getting more picky about the coins you're buying and how you build your collection. And, well, geez, that means you're probably developing as a hobbyist. And if you keep it going, at some point you're going to start selling the darn things. You'll have stuff, all right, I've replaced the lower stuff with better stuff. Now it's time to sell my old stuff. Okay, then you realize how many mistakes you made when you first bought them. You mean I spent too much on that? Yeah, probably. I mean, it's not the grade I thought it was? No, not really. About half of these 30s are 36s. About a quarter of this batch is 36s. Yeah, I won't be buying from that guy again. That's in pretty decent shape. Almost. Look, a tail separate. Oh, it's abs. Oh, good. It's that second generation of items when you go to sell. Then you realize, oh wow, it is what it's supposed to be. It is better. It is worth what I paid. I did get a good deal. 36 more out. Well, that's no problem. In that third generation, that's where you get into buy it specifically to sell it. 37. I have about 30 no-date buffaloes. What's the best advice to do with them? If you find somebody who makes jewelry, you might get a quarter a piece on them. But you get 30 no-date buffaloes, and they don't have a whole lot of value. Let's say 30 cents a piece. You're talking $9 maybe on a good day. 5 cents a piece, $4.50 face value. Is that right? Put them back in circulation and just set them free. You could make a $5 bill, or you could create a collector somewhere. And that one collector is going to add a whole lot of value to your collection. First off, he's probably local. But no-date buffaloes don't have much value. I got these, right? I got this. You can't see it. I got this thing in the way. Let me hide that. Yeah, I got these things. These are the culls. What do you do with them? They're shit baggers. Let's see what the hell they look like. Why are they in the cull bag over here? Alright, where the hell did you go? Alright, there's this one. Here, this will work better. Okay, we got this one. It's a 1920, and see how shiny that is? See how the details just kind of softened? That's been polished. It's gone through a tumbler. Alright, no value. You got this one. Graffiti. I think somebody started to make a hobo nickel out of this, perhaps. Don't know. That's a 1935. It's got crud on it. It's freaking green. Smells like salami. I'd do better to put that back in circulation. Alright? Let somebody find the damn thing and say, oh my god, it's a buffalo nickel. What else can you do? Have you got nephews? Give it to them and create a, a collector directly. You got this one. It's got these cuts in the rim. Maybe somebody was doing something specific with that. Sharpening a knife, playing with a hacksaw, God knows what. But with this kind of damage, this coin has no value. It's a 1926. Let's see, it's gone. Okay, plain. But it's got these frickin', it's gone, it's done, it's destroyed. How much is that worth? Nothing? A nickel? Yeah, I paid, too much. And on this one, I took it up the ass. Then you get this one. X-ray, okay, that's just wrecked. 27 what? 27 nothing. Somewhere in your life is a 12-year-old kid who's going to say, Jesus, that's a buffalo nickel. And that junky nickel might reel him in. Here's a 1924, that one we looked at. No mint mark. Just, that's a goner. Big scratch across there. Somewhere out there is somebody who's going to get that and think it's awesome. This one, okay, this one's kind of neat. All the little marks all over the thing, it's kind of like it's corroded. It says this has either been dug or spent a long time in a fountain. Alright. Well, that's okay. You get all those people in the coin up group on Facebook all saying, is this coin worth anything? What's this? I have this coin, what's it worth? They don't know. They got no idea. But maybe because they have this 1928 with a big scratch under the feather, maybe they say, oh man, that's really cool. I want to get more of these. I would like to spend $50 a week on coins. What? You mean I can buy them and sell them? If I just spend, some time learning how this is done, learning to identify these things and grade them, independently, I can actually make some side income. Yeah. Here's one. It's freaking green. Oh, dude, look at this. Green as a goddamn shamrock. Alrighty. It's done. Yeah, even the cull coins have some value, not so much monetary, but value to the hobby, in that they can promote the hobby. They can gain attention, especially from these people that don't know. Oh, where's that email I just had come in here? Where the hell is the email? eBay email. Okay, there. Wait for it. Is that it? Nope, that's not it. Here. There it is. Guy wants to know about this coin. He found it as pocket change. Screenshot there. Here's my email. The guy says, what's he say? He says, he found a 53D wheat penny. Well, he knows enough to look for that mint mark, which is cool. He identified it. But what if you found this thing, and it's enough attention, if it gets your attention enough to send an email about it, to actually take a picture, I think there might be hope for you. Well, I've been working on these, by the way. Let's see if you can see that. Yeah, I've been doing these little cartoons. I'll probably do a video with just cartoons. We'll call it Coin Tunes. Well, if a 1953D wheat penny or a 1929 with a big scratch on it, buffalo nickel, is enough to get your attention, Jesus, what can this hobby, how far can we take this hobby just by setting some of these things free? You got the great coin search thing coming up, where all these dealers are going to suddenly release a bunch of coins out in circulation, a bunch of valuable coins in circulation. Cindy's not mean. She just hasn't had enough coffee. Don't piss off Cindalicious. She will come at you with an axe. Dude. Is a 1970s penny with a floating roof worth anything? No. But it's got your attention enough that you can identify a floating roof. These little low value coins, this is practice. Right? You've got to see this as a stepping stone to the next level. Right? These things, there's no money in them. You get rid of a whole bunch of coins, how much you out? $5, $6? Alright, you're not going to sell them for a profit. They're screwed up, they're ruined, they got these big X's across their head. You know, you're not losing anything. If you can't sell that for that quarter that you'd like to get, dude, suck it up. Eat the quarter and set that beast free. This goes back in this pile. There, that'll go back to the bank. I'll probably spend that in a roll for cigarettes. Right? And some kid's going to find that. And maybe it's enough that he's going to take a picture and ask for help, ask a question about it. And maybe that's enough to get involved in something like this, a little stream, watching and learning about coins and be drawn into the hobby. That's the value that these junkers have. Right? Don't kid yourself into thinking that they're useless. They may be without value, but they have purpose. Set them free. You know, you get those old wheat pennies, right? There. Got a can in here. There, perfect. And you're gonna get them. You're gonna get these shitters. Looks like this. Are you gonna keep that in your collection? I got crud on there. It's wore out. It might be, looking at the reverse on this, it might be fine on a good day, but it's covered with muck. It's a 1951D, right? It's a shitter. Does it do anything in your collection? But what if I set that free? It would certainly be a nice thing to have in a new collector's collection. It'd be all over it. I see those. Yeah, that's it. Coin Dragon says it's called seeding. You're putting these things into circulation. You're not going to get anything out of it. Set it free and get another hobbyist started. Or keep them and give them to a nephew who's going to be, oh boy, might be into it, or niece even. Doesn't matter, nieces or nephews. They'll decide. You're always thinking outside the box. Who would have thought to release crap coin? They're crap. Right? You know that they're crap, but there's somebody out there who doesn't know. And when you started, you didn't know, and you kept the crap. Well, now you still got the crap, probably. Set it free. You can still focus on the hobby and do your thing, knowing that the coins you have are better than crap. And when that guy comes along saying, "What's this?" you can tell him, it's a buffalo nickel. They're cool as hell. Keep it. Keep it until you get a better one. And he'll keep it till he gets a better one. He'll keep it until he learns it's crap. And then by God, he'll set it free. But in the meantime, he's built a collection all, separately, all on his own. Yeah, they're handy. Use those crappy ones to build the hobby. You're not going to make $1 off it, but by God, you can build a hobby. And if you can, let's say you can get one more collector. We got how many people? 22 people watching. There's 22 new collectors can probably be started just from the people here now. And next year they'll do it again. And in 10 years, that's 200 collectors. In 50 years, that's 1,000 collectors added to the hobby just from the people in this group putting their crap out there. Severity duty. Crap or not crap. Now that is the crappy crap. I've got to take a leak. I'll be back. Here, you look at the buffaloes. Make sure they don't roam. We're in business. Where's the PhD? He was in the reading room. Dang, I took too long and missed it. Sorry, man. I started this chain mail. There we go. Reconnection successful. Why does it disconnect? Everything looks okay over here. I started a chain mail back in October. Sent it to Wright. What's his first name? Josh? Yeah, Josh Wright. And he sent it to the next guy. And that next guy is sending it off to somebody else. It's made 4 or 5 trips. Right? Just a bunch of coins from the desk. Nothing worth too much. There's a buffalo in there, Mercury in there. But notice what's being sent around at this point is almost totally different from what it started out as. Just because you have a nice collection of buffaloes doesn't mean the next guy does. They'd be more than happy to have a friggin' green one. Right? Ooh, I ain't got a buffalo. I'd love to have a green one. I don't have a buffalo. I wouldn't mind one, you know, even if it's got a bump on the side missing there. Sawtooth marks, or it's been polished. Just because it's crap to you doesn't mean it's not, you know, it's worthless to the next guy. I'm 10 years old. I'm going to, well, 12 years old. I'm downtown, and I'm picking wheat pennies and old Jefferson nickels out of rolls. And I was getting some stuff that I didn't have. Ooh, I got a 1947 D Jefferson. I'm all pumped up because I don't have a 1947 D Jefferson. And the one that I just found was crap, but by God, it's better than nothing. It's like when you go to the bar and it's late at night, right, and there's nothing left but fat, ugly chicks. Well, do you go home alone, or do you go home with a fat, ugly chick? Hey, any port in a storm, right? Okay, well here you got here's a fat, ugly chick for you, man. Yep, they need love too. Oh, I gotta look for mint marks first. Okay, what do we got here? Nothing and nothing. We're gonna switch over to the little one here. Okay, what's that one? Nothing. Can't find it. Nothing. Is that the one? Yeah. Okay, these are all P. What's the best horn? That one probably is it. Ooh, that's got good horn. We've got horn. Ken, that was bad. Fat, ugly chicks, they do need love. And these old junker coins, they need love. And there's somebody out there who will love this junky old coin because they don't have a coin. I guarantee it. I didn't take chicks home or anyone from the bar. Yep, and you went to bed alone, didn't you? Poor thing. I feel for you. Okay, 30. We got one over here. I got a 30 and very fine. Right now in my collection. This is what's in my little book, and it's in pretty darn good shape. Well, that one's not too far off. Got a bit of a ding right down here. What's the back look like on mine? That's almost a full horn. Whereas this one has, Jesus, almost a full horn. Well, that's actually VF. We'll keep that one. Okay, what do you got? 1930. There. Because at VF they become marketable. I have MeWe on my phone, but I don't know how to use it. Don't feel for bad for me. I know what Cindy knows what she likes. Okay, what do we got? We got the 34s. I know we got some mint marks in here. We should have 34Ds here and there. There's a D. There's a P. A D. A P. A D. A P. How come they're perfectly every other one? Okay, there. 2 P's in a row. There's a D. There's a P. Okay, I got 5P, 4D. Which one you like best? Yeah. Well, if you want your coins to be worth more later on, grow the hobby, develop the hobby. That's a great part about this hobby is you control and you have great influence into expanding the hobby. And when you do that, all your stuff gets to be more valuable. Okay, most of these are pretty standard. That looks like the best, but the center of the 4s, well, they're all kind of plugged up here. What's with the 4 doesn't show up the hollow? Let's look at some horns. And this I think is the best one so far. I get 2/3, a little bit. Let's get a bit of an X on it. That's about fine, I'd say. That one getting there. It's probably low end VF. Okay, that's my baby right up here. We got a 34D? No, I don't. Now I got one and it's VF. Was that a D? That's a bigger 34. I got a regular 34. No matter. Shouldn't say this, but Mr. Jack took her home and I woke up with her. Well, you gotta go to her place and leave. Something there. Just tell her when you wake up, you go down the hall, take a left, go through that door. I don't want to see you again. Get it? Just be clear about it. You know, she wanted to be taken home. Okay, this one's pretty worn and that one's pretty worn. We'll set those aside. But these coins, dude, they want to be taken home. I think the one on the left is a little nicer here. What's the date look like? Looks like that. Yeah, I got more braid on the one on the left. Okay, there, I got a 34D in fine. Yeah, good separation. I can live with that one. Listen to Stay With Me by Rob Stewart. Play side 2, Led Zeppelin 4. Works every time, man. Okay, I got 35 is next. Let's do the mid-mark searches here. Ready? We got a P. Give me a P. 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 A D. Where'd you go? And another P. Another D. P. P. One S, two D's, two S's, two D's. Oh, good. We're out. And a P. Okay, we get two D's. Which one you like better? Number 1. Or number 2. Number 2 is showing considerably more wear. Okay. I'll keep number 1 here. Oh, fuck you. It's a 37. It's in the wrong pile. So I got 135D. I don't have a 35D over here. Wow, that's the only 35D I have? Yep. And it's good. Oh, good plus. That's good. But I got a 35D now. I'm keeping it. Now we started this night, I had what, was it 3 were missing out of 27, 16 or 17 buffaloes in the buffalo collection. Now we're putting together more of that collection. Yeah, not all of them are great. Okay, there's a decent S there. That's a little squished. Look at the horn. Mostly the same. That's a better horn. There's lettering. I like the lettering on the left side better. I don't like that one. It's got scratches across there. Okay, I'm going to go with this one. I got 2.5 braids. I get some horn. That's very good. And that one doesn't cut it. There you go. So the 35S. Do I have one? No 35S in the collection. Hell yes. The fart. That sounds more like a raspberry. Alright, what are these? $37. Let's find some extra ones. Damn it. Now we're gonna go, now we're gonna do it all over again. Okay, there. What's this one? Oh, okay, I have a 30S. I'll put it over here. Okay, now we got the P's. Alright, we're going to make this easy and just be picky. Give me at least a half a horn. Haven't seen that before, Alden Davis. Some sort of hugging emoticon. Emoticon. Have you noticed that we're going back to hieroglyphics? They call them emoticons now. I like the scratch there. The light. Garner. Okay, we got a few contenders here. Let's go for better date. Okay, okay, let's get a scrape. Let's get a scratch. I think the first one looks better. Okay. Two more to compare. I think that's the one right there. Okay, where's the 35? So that's 35 right there. Okay, we got a 35. Yep. P, it's fine. Nothing in this book? No, no 35. Another one added. D goes there. Yeah, this one you really appreciate the thumb cuts on these pages. There's a little thumb cut so you can push the coin out. Yep. And this gets enough head start you can take it out the rest of the way. Without those, man, these are a bear to work with. Okay, I need 36s. Here we go, 4 stacks of 36s. Nothing there. What do we got here? Got a 36S. It's the only thing in the collection over here. Anyone know Jenny's number? Professor, who are you talking to exactly? Buddy says to me, I'm running into him in Walmart. He says, "You working? Where you working?" "Oh, I don't work. I just stay home and talk to myself now." There's nobody. Who the hell am I talking to? There's nobody here, man. Just me. My invisible friends. Alright, let's get the mint mark sorted. Let's go to the other screen. That's not it. There. Now we play the mint marks. There's a P. PP. I'll tell you what. There's a D. P. D. D. Well, good. D. D. Hey, Shumar, how are you, baby? I got a bunch of buffaloes. We're playing with them. That looks pretty good, that one. I might set that off to the side. Yeah. So I done sorted them by year. And what I'm doing right now is going through each year, sorting by mint mark and stuff, and getting the best specimen for each date in each mint mark, so I can add it or improve my collection. Because I don't have many buffaloes. I don't have a set of buffaloes. I got nothing. So I'm effectively starting a collection of buffaloes with these. Well, I actually started with the last one. And I kept a few of those. But it's time to take that next step with these and, well, build a complete set, by God. It don't take a whole lot. P. Another P. Oh yeah, buddy, haven't had an inner prostate massage. What? I thought you were in prison. They give them out every week up there, don't they? It's the whole reason people go to prison. They like them inner prostate massages. Where's my 36 S's? I don't have any 36 S's in this batch. Oh, there, good. Speak and ask and you shall receive. Isn't that right, Dacone? That one looks pretty damn good too. I'll put that with this other one. Now you can do this with any series, right? If you got a bunch of coins, you can do it with any pennies. You got a box of pennies, same idea, right? If you got them sorted by year, pick out the best of each date, each mint mark, and build your collection that way. Eventually, if you get another box, you're going to upgrade some of those. Probably not every one. You might find one or two that you're missing. Great stream as always. You have a good one. Thanks, baby. But going through, batches of coins, you can steadily improve your collection. Pick out the best and to hell with the rest. D. You go through a box of nickels, same thing. Pick out anything that, gets to a certain grade or higher. And keep improving that collection. D. P. Once you get them sorted by year, the mint marks aren't usually a problem. They're either P or D. Some of them are easier to sort than others. Okay, I'm making a mess. P. And a D. Alright, we got 4 S's to play with. Let's make sure they're all fucking 36s. 36, 36, 36, and 36. Now it looks pretty worn. We'll take that one out. Which one do you like best? That one looks okay. This one looks pretty good. Let's look at the backs. Okay. Half. That's a half. That's a little less. We'll take him out. Man, that's slightly lower than this one. Letters are pretty good. Think of them. Well, that's not even a freaking S. There's my best S. We got one. I got a 36S and it's very fine. Well, I can't beat that. So there gets 3 S's. Now the D's. Anything with less than half a horn gets kicked out. That's going to mark. There we go. So I get 4 left here. Let's set them up. Okay, this is date 1. A lot of contact marks on that one. I'll lose the first one. Let's flip them over, look. Alright, 2/3 of a horn there. A little less on that one. We'll kick him out. And a little less on that one. That's my best one. 2/3 of a horn. Letters are looking large. I got a complete date. And 2.5. I'm at this is fine. It's not quite VF. What is that? A 36D. Yeah, so now, there, I have a 36D in my collection. And those are all Ds. Okay, now the Ps. I must sleep. Well, good night, baby. Alright, we've already gone through these for mint marks. I'm going to pick out anything with more than 2/3 of a horn. Less than 2/3 of a horn, I don't need it. You go through these boxes. You go through a box of pennies, and it might take you 5 boxes of pennies before you have a complete set of Lincolns. And even then, you might not have, you know, the 70Fs, all your small dates. But you'll have most dates and mint marks. After you've gone through a few boxes, it starts to get tough to increase the quality of your collection. You start to really push them higher and higher. And finally, you get to a point it's just not worth it to search a box of pennies looking for better grades of the stuff you already have. So the only way to improve your collection then is to buy the coins. What? Buy coins? Hey, lots of people don't buy coins. They only pull what they can out of circulation. There ain't nothing wrong with that, man. It's frugal. It's inexpensive. It's good way to build your collection for cheap is dig it out of boxes. Oh, that's a good one. Well, at some point you're gonna start buying the darn things. What are these two? These are those two we picked out earlier. Yeah, I was right. Okay. These have 2/3 or less horn. We'll set those off. At last, not even have a face on it. No, no. They'll take some wear. Alright, so let's compare them side by side. 36. Yeah, ooh, that's a good one. What the hell is it? What do I like better? These are real close. I think you got better detail on this one. Yeah, he's got some baby doll eye action going on there. Okay, so I'll keep that. That one's on my left. The best is on the left. Ding. Big ding. Get the next one. No, got a roller mark. There it is. I think that one's better. That's more horn. Man, too many contact marks. Not enough horn. Not enough horn. I don't like that contact mark. Okay, this is my best one. And that's a 36 plain. 2/3 horn. Letters are clear and crisp and distinct. I'm putting that down as VF. Good braid. About $50 worth of coins tonight at an auction. What'd you get, David? Man, I spent a lot. I spent way too much money on coins this month. I think I might have overextended myself. There. We're down to 37s. And that's the P's. Yeah, you can see the diversity in this batch. Let me lose this down here. There. Okay, we got a few coals. We got the 30s. No, the 20s. A whole bunch of 20s and a little bit up here. And we got the 30s over here. Huh, P, D, and S's. Not so many mint marks I'd like to see in a batch. Well, you take you take what you can get. There we go. Back to it. Okay, what do we got? 37s. Philly. D. It's got crap all over this one. Yeah, good. We got P, D, and S. What have I already got in the set? I got a 37. That's something. Buff. Ungraded. Okay. Good. Definitely improve our collection with this batch. Dave says, I don't remember all of them, but that is not the point. I got some I didn't have. There you go. A coin you didn't have, a better coin than you do have, either way. Okay, that's got a mark here. Skip that one. Here's the P's. That's got a bit of a mark. Okay, that's the best one so far, I guess. I can do better. Okay, now that's the best what I got. Ooh, that's almost a full horn there. Too bad it's a little scrape right below it. Oh, too bad about the scrape above the top of his head. Okay, so that one. That's got crud. It's coffee time. What do you like better, this one? Or that one? I'm going to go with this one. Okay, what do you like better? Last two. Alright, look at the horn, the ear, the eye. Horn, ear, eye. I'm better on this one. There's my best 36. No, 37. No, I don't like that one at all. Let's go back. Let's bring that other one back. Yeah, I can live with that one. And that's a fine. A little better. $1937p. Always good to get new stuff. Geez, you got to see this thing I got in today. I should have showed you this earlier. There we go. Where the hell is that one? Got to try to get some of these ancients. And this one, I should be able to identify this one. I got actual letters I can make out on this one. Come on, show up. There it is. And here's some Roman Empire emperor. And God, this must say something. No matter. We'll play with it. Okay, then we got S's. Good horn. About the same. I like that one better. Yep. I literally just posted our new ancient Roman coin on YouTube or Facebook page. Oh, you can get these things for pretty darn small amounts. I don't know, I paid a couple bucks for this one. It's busted. It's got kind of, it's not quite round. There. Not quite as round, I think, as it could be. But these things are 1,500 years old, right? There it is. Now, that's an old coin. Coins are, although not necessarily forever, they're for a really long time. What was this last one? That one's out. Okay. I get that one or this one. I'm going with this one over here. 37S and VF. It's not an S, it's a D. Well, I gotta go see. Latin is all Greek to me. You can't say that. Latin is all Latin to you, and Greek is all Greek. I had 3 years of Latin back in high school. We had a penguin was our teacher. One of them nuns. There we go, 37D. And we got it. Alright. So there we had, what did we start with? 17 or so in the collection. And now we've got, you can move. Okay, get over here. Now we got a whole page minus 3. Okay, maybe it's not that many. We added a couple here. But I got another whole page to work with. Okay, 14, 16, 18, 20, 23, 24. Then I need 25. Then I got 26. Come out. 26D. 27. 27S. Then we got 28. 28D. 28S. 29. 29D. 29S. And we got 30. 30S. 34. 34D. 35, 35D and S, 36D and S, 37, 37D. That's a 36S. Goes there. 37F plus, I gotta compare it to that one. And a 38D. That'd be the last one, so I'll put in the last hole. 37D. Well, hey, that's a whole lot better than it was. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We added about 10 to 12 or so to the collection. There, good. All right, which one's better? Definitely this one. Get you out of here. It's got more horn. All right, 37. Right there. Good. I'm gonna get another binder. That's what we got. And then I'll take all these and I'll put them into bags, like one from each stack, and do like 10 different and put them in the big show or something, or auction them off, or God knows what. Uh, Buffaloes will build up much the same as wheats. You know, I'll get the culls, I'll get rid of those somehow. Maybe I'll put them, you know, give a like and I'll throw in a. When we get 100 likes, I'll put in one of them cull buffaloes. I used to do that a lot better. I'd take a little time from each. I take a little from each bag. What are you talking about? Look, time for me to crash, guys. Hope you had fun looking at buffaloes. You know, get out there and get something you may not be too familiar with, and push that envelope. Stretch yourself out, and you know, get into a new series. Maybe it's Mercury Dimes or Roosevelts, even silver. Have you got a bunch of silver Roosevelts? A set of those? Wear a helmet, buddy. All right. Okay, I'm falling out. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, and then some. Time for me to goof off. You guys stay groovy. I'm going to go to bed.